All right. All right, sorry about that. All right, so let's look at some questions. All right. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so let's look at this question. And let me tell you something. Sometimes, before I start, sometimes we think that multiple choice, right? Once it's a multiple choice, it's easy. Let me tell you something. If you don't know what to do, you'll get all of them wrong. All right. And then let me tell you something. I think the majority of students at Greenpoint, they're doing stage 3. And let me tell you something. It's a stage 3 sitting is mathematics. It's like a paper 1 CXC multiple choice with a touch of about 20% difficult more in some respects. So honestly, to me, I think it's a little bit more challenging than the CXC multiple choice, but not by a lot. All right. So, all right. So having said all of that, so let's dive into this thing here. So it says the sides of a tile B are double the length of the sides of tile A. All right. So it's basically comparing the area of tile A and tile B. My best approach to this question is to actually put in some values and compare them. All right. But first we need to understand to find the area of a triangle. Anybody can tell me what the formula is? Anybody remember the formula? How do you find the area of a triangle? Starts with half.
Half times base times height.
Right, so it's a half times the base times the perpendicular height. All right, so the base would have been, this would have been the base. All right, so let's put a figure there. Let's put say 4. All right, and let's put a height. So this is our perpendicular height. Let's put 6 for our height. And what they're saying is, in tile B, what they do, they double everything. So rather than having 4 centimeters, what would we have for a base for tile B? If I double 4, what would I get?
8.
I'll get 8. All right, very good. All right, and then now the perpendicular height would have been not 6, but what? 12 centimeter. So what we're going to do is that we're going to find the area for tile A and then find the area for tile B and then compare them. All right, because if you look at the responses, they basically want you to compare tile A and tile B. So for tile A, all right, so it's a half the base, and the base in tile A is what? What is it?
Eight centimeters.
No, man. Tile A is over here. So the base is 4. And what's the perpendicular height for tile A?
6.
Would be 6. All right. Can somebody compute this for me? Half times 4 times 6. Guys, what's half of 4? 2. And what's 2 sixes? 12. So the area for tile A is what? 12 centimeters square. Are we following? Half of 4 is 2, and 2 times 6 is 12. So you don't say half of 4 and then half of 6. All right. All right. Okay, so that's tile A. Let's go with tile B. So it's going to be area for tile B would be what? A half the base. And the base for tile B is what?
8.
8. And the perpendicular height is now 12. All right. So what's half times 8 times 12?
Sir, 48.
48. So guess what, man? To compare tile A and tile B, I'm going to divide the bigger tile by the what? The smaller tile. And obviously the bigger tile is what? Tile B. All right. So we have 48 divided by 12. How many groups of 12 can I get out of 48?
4.
4. Class, what is this? What is this for telling us about tile B and tile A? When I divide tile B, the area of tile B divided by the area of tile A.
Sir, that tile B is 4 times area of tile A.
Thank you. Tile B is 4 times bigger than tile A. Correct? Yeah. Oh, by the way, don't get this mixed up here because I seem to have tile B on the left-hand side, but tile A is also on the left-hand side. But so just remember that this area is actually over here. All right. And the work, for tile A is over this side here. Sorry about that. I didn't even realize. But basically, what this is saying that tile B is as an area 4 times of tile A. So our answer is what? What's our answer? What's our response?
E.
Right. Awesome. Any questions? Are we clear? All right. I'm gonna move on here. No need to take off these notes. This recording will be posted on my channel, so you can watch it. Okay? Because 1 hour run off really fast, like super fast. All right. Everybody following? Everybody understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right. Let's just move on to the other slide. All right. Okay. Now, this is what I don't like about city angles is that they don't give the formulas. You follow? You can remember all them formulas, Yes. All right. Now, this is a what? What is this called?
Cylinder.
Cylinder, not sure. All right. Now listen carefully. Listen carefully. This exam, you cannot use a calculator. No, and they don't give you the formulas. So you have to remember them formula. That's why I chose to start with this topic. All right. So the formula for finding volume. By the way, anybody, what is volume? What is volume? What is meant by volume of anything? So volume is the amount of space an object occupies. All right. So for example, you say the volume of air that is in a room, the volume of liquid that's in a bottle. All right. So it's the amount of space an object occupies. All right. But area is the amount of space that occupies on a flat surface. But for volume, it's what's contained. All right. So the formula for volume of a cylinder is V equals pi r squared h. All right. And r represents the radius, all right, of the circle, and h is the height. All right. So remember, the radius, well, what is radius, by the way? Radius is like from the center extending outwards. That's true. So what would be the radius for this cylinder here? Would it be 4?
Or 2.
Because this is a circle. This is a circle part, Joe. The radius is not actually 4. It's actually 2. You follow? 4 represents what we call the diameter. All right. So the radius is 2. So that tells us that pi, which is a constant, is what? 3.14. So you have to use the 3.14 multiply by the radius, which is what? 2 squared multiplied by the height. All right. Now the height in this case would have been 12. All right. So you might be wondering, boy, why never use the 4 as a height? Well, that wouldn't be the height. The 4 would be the thing for the circle. So the height is actually what? 12. All right. So this is 3.14. What is 2 square, class? It's 4. All right. And what's 4 12s? What's 4 12s, class?
48.
48. Do you think you can actually work this out, work out this question without using a calculator? Give it a try. Work out that question, multiply those 2 numbers without a calculator. Let me see how good you are. No cheating now, all right? All right. Jamisha is saying 150. What, the one with 150? All right. Anybody else? Let me hear from one more person. All right. No, Nikela, you can't use calculators in the exam. So that's why I'm training you. All right. Yeah, I'm training you. Yes, the answer is D here. All right. So the answer there is actually D. All right. So moving on. Let's look at the next question. All right. Class, can you tell me what shape this is? Starts with an S. Something circle. It's a semicircle. Thank you. All right. Now, it is asking us to find the area of a semicircle. All right. Now, the area of a circle, of a full circle, is pi r square. But class, since this is a semicircle, whatever answer you get, you have to divide it by what? By 2, not true? Or you can times it by a half. So it's a half times pi. You know, when you notice, pi is given as a what? A fraction, which is what? 22 over 7. All right. Can somebody tell me what the radius is? Guys, come on. Come on, guys.
Sorry, you hear me?
Yeah, talk a little bit louder.
Sir, me say 7.
7. All right. Thank you, sir. So it is 7, not true? All right. But is it 7? Is it 7? It is r squared, not true? So therefore, it's going to be 7 times what? 7. All right. Can you guys compute this without using a calculator? I beg you, no use a calculator and rush the answer. I am training you. You can use the back of your book. All right. So I said, sir, oh, me know. So when I look on my calculator, guys, don't cheat, man. Just be honest with yourself. And plus, most of you went to church yesterday, not true?
Sir, me get 77.
All right. Tell me, what did you do?
Sir, me say y half of 22, then me say 7, that's 7, and multiply across and get the answer.
All right. Everybody see that? 2 into 2 goes 1. 2 into 22 goes what? 11. 7 cancel 7. Y'all see that? Oh, you notice everything down here says just 1, not true? All right. And 1 times, I mean, you can just ignore the ones and just look at the 11 and look at the what? The 7. And 11 times 7 is what? 77 centimeter square. All right. And class, did you notice that in the previous question, they use pi as what? As 3.14. Now, if they tell you to use pi as 3.14, you have to use 3.14. If they tell you to use pi as a fraction, you have to use it as a fraction. You follow? All right.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna move on. Any questions? All right. Well, this is super easy. What does perimeter mean?
Distance around.
You know some I go correct you. And around, you know, because if I want to know the distance of this shape here, am I going to go around it? Think about it. That's around, Joe. So it wouldn't be this. It wouldn't be around here. It would be distance along the borders of the figure,
Oh.
or
So
along,
some active in a prep school.
or along the contours. Because if I tell us that work at the perimeter of your house, we're going to walk around the house. You're going to measure around the. No, you can't do that. All right. Suppose I said to measure the perimeter of the land that your parents bought for you, go around. You get more land, don't you? All right, so it's along the borders or along the contours of the shape. All right, so this is pretty simple. I mean, if the left hand side here is 7, then the right hand side must be what? 7. And if this is 8, then this must be what? 8. All right, and can you add those without using a calculator? It's pretty simple. Post the answers in the chat for me, please, as quickly as possible. Add up all these numbers and tell me what you get. Let me thank everybody for coming. All right. I know that the exam is June 30, but if you look at it, you know, that's 3 weeks from now. And if you take this week out, it's only 2 weeks left. All right. And not because it's a multiple choice, it means it's easy. All right. So add up all these numbers and post the answers in the Zoom chat. All right. I'm seeing some answers coming in. I'm seeing Amelia, Samantha, Brianna, Jamish, Shah, Chantel, and all you guys are saying the same answer. All right. You all agree it's 44?
Yes, sir.
It is 44. All right. Okay. So that one was pretty simple, don't you? All right. So let's move on to another one. All right. Okay. So basically, they're comparing the area. It's pretty something similar to the triangle, don't you? All right. So they're comparing the area of tile A and tile B. All right. So guess what? We're gonna put in some fictitious numbers. So let's call it say 3 meters, and let's call this 2 meters. All right. Can someone tell me how do we find the area of a rectangle? What's the formula? Correct. It's actually what? Length times what? Times width. So the area of a tile A would be 3 times 2. And 3 2s is what? 6. So the answer is 6 meters square. All right. Now, class, do you notice that in order for us to answer this question, you have to put in some numbers, okay? That's the only way we can actually compare, you know, the values. So they said that they're going to double the values, the dimensions in tile B. All right. So this 3 meters here becomes what? 6 meters. And this 2 meters here becomes what? 4 meters. 4. All right. And then now to find the area of tile B, we just have 4 6s. What's 4 6s? 24. So the area of a tile B is what? 24 meters square. All right. And what we do, we divide the area of tile tile B, the area of tile B divided by the area of tile A. All right, and the area for tile B is what? 24, and the area for tile A is what? 6. All right, and how many groups of 6 can I get out of 24?
4.
4. So what you notice? The area of tile B is what? 4 times what? Greater than the area for tile A. So what's the answer?
A.
It's A.
So you know, some look pan this one different, man. We don't know American.
No, the thing about it, you know. All right, guess what? I bet I'm gonna catch you. Cause you can't say all of them are 4, you know. You can't say all of them are 4. All right, because for the triangle it is 4, for the rectangle is it 4. All right, but you know we will see. All right. So class, remember that this is a 1-hour session. You have to come on board like 7:25, all right? Because I'm gonna start exactly at 7:30 and I'm gonna finish at exactly 8:30, all right? All right. We're gonna move on. All right, so let's look at the other question. All right. This one is a little bit tricky, all right? All right, so what you need to understand, this is asking us to find the what? The volume of the thing here, not sure. Now, how do we find the volume of any shape, any regular shape? So there's this general formula of finding the volume of any regular shape, right? So the formula is volume is what we call cross-sectional area times the length or the height. All right. So it's a cross-sectional area So volume is cross-sectional area multiplied by the length or the height. All right. Now, this looks like a cross, right? But really and truly, you know, really and truly, it actually looks like this in real. It's actually a solid figure. For those of you who TD, it's like an isometric drawing. All right, so that's how it actually looks. All right, I'm not sure what this is for. Probably a pasta thing, I don't know. Or it probably be like a part on a machine or an engine or something. All right, so what we need to do is we need to find the cross-sectional area. Now the cross-sectional area is actually the area of this figure here multiplied by the length or the height. Now what is the height of this thing here? Did they give us the height? Class, what's the height of this thing here? It's actually what? 10. All right, so basically what they're saying that this distance here is actually what? 10. All right. So it's not this height as in, you know, like that. Or it could have been length, you know, could have been length. But the 10 is actually right there. All right, so what we need to do is just to find the area of this figure here. All right. So this one's a little bit tricky. Watch carefully though, right? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna break up this figure here. All right, let me use a different color. I'm gonna break this up. So what I'm doing. So this is an irregular shape. You know, so basically, you know, it's not like a rectangle or a triangle, like a plane shape. It's an irregular shape. So we have to do that to get the area. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna find the area of this piece, and this piece. All right, and add them up. All right, so let's get on with it. All right, now watch carefully. All right, are you guys hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I feel like I talk to myself. Like, you know,
Well learned.
feel like you know, we get used to face, like we forget what online, not true? Is this bringing you guys back memories?
Yes, sir.
Was it good memory or bad memory?
Both.
Both.
Good
All right.
and bad.
Yeah, because I can just imagine that some of you we're just frustrated with online learning and then this and the internet, and then but I guess some of you probably like the idea of just being home, you know.
Mhm.
All right, but anyways, let's look at this. Right now, you all agree that the total height is 12. All right, so what you know, remember saying on this piece here is what is 6 out of the 12. So if I chop off this piece here, let me not use the word chop off. If I take away that 6, all right, remember it's 6. So if I take away 6, then this piece here and this piece here would sum up to 6. Would you agree? Because 6 plus 6 would give you back the 12. Let me go again. You have a line, right? You have a line, you have a string or a rope. I'm gonna tell you, you know something right here, so all of this is 12 units. But right here, so is 6. That means if you're to add the remaining pieces, they must add up to give you what? 6. Because 6 plus 6 will give you back the what? The 12. And then now, if you look at this thing here, you realize that this part and this part is basically the same, not true? So if both of them are 6, then would you agree with me that this would have been equal to 3 units and 3 units? I'm talking about this piece here, so.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me ask a question. I mean, it's the same 12 that go across on your side, you know? So it's the same idea. Then this 3 piece here must be 3 and 3 again, not true? So all these little spaces there, so those dimensions, all of them are what? 3. All right. So let me just clear this. So guess what now? Remember, you know, I need the area of this section, right? I will say that this is what? 3. And isn't the shape a rectangle? Look at the shape here, so it's a rectangle, not true? And how do you find the area of a rectangle? Length times width. What's 3 6s?
24. 18.
Why? I'm not 24, you know? So 3 6s is 18. All right. All right. And then what you notice is that it's the same shape down here, so. Same shape down here, so. And same shape down here, so. So it's 4 of them, not true? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's basically 18 times 4. And 18 times 4 will give us this area of this section, this section, this section, and this section. All right. Can somebody compute what is 4 times 18?
72.
72. All right. All right. So, but guess what, man? We need to know what this is, not true? Follow? Who can tell me what what this is? What shape inside here says? Is it a rectangle? Is it a triangle? Or is it a square?
Square.
It's actually a square. Thank you. Because guess what? This is actually 6, you know, from this 6. And this 6 tells us that this is also what? 6. So this is actually what? A square. And how we find the area of a square is still what? Length times width. So it's 6 times 6. And what's 6 times 6?
36.
36. All right. And guess what? How are we going to find the sum total area of that figure there? We have to add them, not true? All right. You saw that question rough?
Mm-hmm.
That question rough, you know? All right. So that's 101. what? 108, not true?
Yes,
So the 108. I want to please mute your mic. All right. So all right. So the cross-sectional area is 108. All right. But how do we find volume? Volume is cross-sectional area, oops, times the length or the height. So all we need to do is multiply 108 by what? What's the length or the height? 10. All right. Now class, without using a calculator, what is the answer for the product of these two numbers without using a calculator? Is it A, B, C, or D?
A.
Right. Anybody? Okay, thank you. Or you guys are messaging me. It's actually what? 1,000 and what? And 80. All we need to do is just add what? 0 to the 8 to get 1080. All right? All right. Any questions? Come on. This question is kind of rough. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. Moving on. So remember, this recording will be posted on YouTube, so you can actually view it. All right. No, we notice it's pure formulas, aren't you? All right. Can someone tell me the formula of finding the circumference, all right, of a circle? By the way, can someone tell me what's another name for circumference? Starts with P. No. Anybody? When I say circumference, I'm talking the distance what? Along the circle, aren't you? Along the contours of the circle. What definition did I mention represents the distance along the contours of any object? What's it called? Called the what? The what? Perimeter. Thank you. All right. Yes, Michaela. All right. Now, the formula of finding the circumference, so they don't use the word perimeter. for a circle. They use the word circumference. So the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. Can somebody tell me what is the radius of the circle?
5.
20.
It is 5. Thank you. All right, so what you know? I want to see who is going to be honest and work this out. I want you to work this out without using a calculator. 2 multiplied by 3.14 times 5. What's the answer?
B.
All right. I'm getting B. Okay.
Let me get B as in boy.
All right. You want to tell me what did you do really fast? What did you do?
So I multiplied 3.14 times 2 and then I got 16.428 I think.
Okay.
And then I 10.5 and then I got
Okay.
31.40.
All right. And you did that without a calculator, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Did anybody work this out another way?
Yes, sir.
What did you do?
I just multiply the 2 by the 5 and get 10 and move the decimal point to the right one.
Beautiful. This beautiful. All right. So it's 2 times what you could do is a 2 5 is what? 2 5 is 10, not true? And because you're multiplying by 10, because it's 1 0, you move the place what? 1 place to the right. So it's actually 31.4 centimeter. So that's another way here. That's actually an easier way. You can actually finish this question in probably 5 seconds. All right. Moving on. Any questions? All right, let's. Oh. We did something similar like this, not true? Yeah, but the question we did a while ago was talking about the perimeter, which is the distance along the contours of the shape. But this was asking us to find the what? The area. All right, now class, listen to me carefully. Is this shape a regular shape or is it an irregular shape? What is a regular shape? Regular shape is like the rectangle, the square, the triangle, true? Right. So it's a compound, it's a composition of different regular shape. So it's an irregular shape. All right. And to find the area of a regular shape, we need to break up this thing here. Not true? No. The best thing to do in my retrospect is to do something like this. All right, let me just go across like that. You all see that, class? So now I have a what? A rectangle and a what? A triangle, not true? So what we're going to do, we're going to find the area of the rectangle, find the area of the triangle, and then what? Find the sum of those two. All right, so clearly the area of the rectangle is 6. 6 times what? 6 times 12. What's 6 12s?
$72.
Right, so the area of the rectangle is 72 meters square. All right, but you walk one on. We have a triangle, right? Can someone tell me how you find the area of a triangle? Starts with a half.
Half times base times height.
Times. I want you guys to start talking about perpendicular height, yeah? Right, so the perpendicular height would be this. All right. Now, class, can you tell me what the base of this triangle is? What is this dimension here?
12 centimeter.
It will be 12. Thank you. It's the same 12 from down here, so that's true. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me see if I think now. What is the perpendicular height?
4.
4.
Very good. Hey, what a bright man. It
I
is
think
actually
it is.
what? 4.
4.
Explain to us how you got the 4.
All right, so. Sir, on the left hand side, you say it is 6 meter. So, and on the left side, you have the 10. So, what you're going to do is take away the 10 from the 6, leave it with 4. Because
all right. Okay, right. You mean the 6 from the 10? Yes, thank you. Right. Everybody, so we got the 4. If all of this is 10, you know, they must say all of this is 10, you know. But that little piece here is what? That little piece here is what? 6. So up here, so must be what? Must be 4. All right, beautiful. All right. So therefore, we're going to find the area of the triangle, which is a half. Base. The base is 12, and the perpendicular height is 4. All right, it's pretty simple. What is the product of all those 3 numbers? What is half of 12?
6.
Right. And what is 6 fours? 24.
24.
So the triangle is what? 24. And then we're going to add 72 to that, not true?
120.
So the answer is what?
120. D.
No, man. Oh, hold on there.
96.
Right. That's going to be what? 96. All right, 10 more minutes to go. Let me just welcome everybody. All right. And I hope you guys are doing well in your examinations. All right, let's move on. All right. So I can tell you, people, it is not 4 here. So it is not 4. So class, we are comparing boxes now, right? But what are we comparing? Are we comparing area or are we comparing volume?
Volume.
We're comparing volume. All right. What is the mathematical name of the shape? Starts with a C.
Cube.
It is
Cube.
a cube. All right. It is a cube. All right, hold on. Honestly, no, hold on. Did it say it's a cube? No. All right, but all right, it could be a cube or I don't know. They didn't specify. Now, to find the volume, listen carefully, to find the volume of a cube, we use a formula. Class, you realize how much formula we use from evening? We have volume of a cylinder. We have volume of irregular shapes. All right, and we have volume of cube. And we also looked at area of a circle, area of a triangle. We looked at the circumference of a circle. All right, among other things. And now we're looking at the volume of a cube. So basically, the volume of a cube is just length times width times height. All right. So, I mean, we're just going to put some numbers. Let's try to be very simple. I'm just going to use 1. All right. So if it is a cube and then everything is going to be 1, right? So the volume of this little thing here is just 1 times 1 times 1. What's 1 times 1 times 1?
1.
You sure it's not 3? I'm not 3?
No, sir.
It's 1, not true. So it's 1 centimeter what? Cube.
Cube.
All right. Right. Then no, them so what? The length is no what? Double. So it's gonna be 2 times 2 times 2. What's 2 times 2 times 2?
16.
No, you know.
8.
What's 2 2s?
4.
4 2 is what? 8.
Mm.
All right. So what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna divide. We're gonna divide what? The volume of box B divided by the volume of box what? A. As you can see, class, it is 8 divided by what? 1. And 8 divided by 1 is what? 8. So what's our answer?
D.
Right. So the volume of box B is what? 8. All right. 8 times the volume of the original thing. As you can see with area, it's 4, not true, for the square, the rectangle, and the triangle. All right.
Sir, we still could have without working, you know. Still would I get this without working?
You still couldn't work? Well, yeah. All right. Okay, moving on. Moving on really smooth. All right. Wow. Look at this. Boy, by the time I'm done this question, time up, not true? Wow. Guys, let me tell you something. City and Guilds maths is very important. You can use it and go foreign. Especially Commonwealth countries like Canada, you know, and some other small island states. And even here in Jamaica. You'll be surprised how you want to do a hard course and then ask for City and Guilds qualifications. All right, now, is this a regular shape or an irregular shape?
Irregular.
Irregular. All right, and they're asking us to find the what? The volume. All right, and you remember we did something similar like this? Yeah, well, let me find it. It was this, not true? And it asked us to find the volume. And we had to find the cross-sectional area and then times it by the height. So the same thing we're going to do. All right. And see, you notice that they give us the height. So the height is what? 3 meters. So what we need to do is to find the what? The cross-sectional area. So remember, volume is cross-sectional area multiplied by the height or the length. So let me give you a perspective view. And yet again, for those who know technical drawing, anybody near the technical drawing? No? So this is how it actually looks. And for those who TD, it will be an isometric, they call it isometric drawing. Correct? So this will go like this. And you know, oops. So that's how it looks. That's a solid figure. And then the 3 meters, even though it says 3 meters high, and you might be thinking, you know, like a vertical line, it actually goes along like that because 12 is given already, you know. All right. So class, what we really need to do now is actually to find the area of this irregular shape. And we're going to have to split up this thing, not true? Yeah, man. Let's split it right there. And let's split it right there. I mean, you could actually split it right there, you know. And right there, what, you know, we're just going with that flow. So as you can see, what we're going to do, we're going to find the area of this segment here. Find the area of segment A, segment B, and segment what? C. And then when we find the areas, we what? We add them up and then multiply it by what? By 3 to get the volume of this irregular shape. All right. Now, as you can see, class, that this is a rectangle, and this is also what? A rectangle. And how to find the length of a rectangle? It is length times width. What is 3 times 12, class? What's 3 12s? All right, 36. Thank you. And then down here, so no, it's length times width. So what's 10 times 3?
30.
Right, that's 30. 30 meters square. All right, so what we need to do now, is what? Find the area of the segment here, don't you? Now we know that all of this, hold on there. All of this is what? Is 12. I mean, they take off, you shave off 3 down here, so don't you? And you shave off what? Another 3. So 3 plus 3 is what? 6. So we shave off a total of 6 from the 12. So therefore, this little piece here, so have to be what?
6.
Have to be 6 meters. Thank you. All right. All right. Now, can somebody tell me, all right, what is this dimension here? Let me see who is a king in the class or the queen. All right. I'm seeing some messages coming in. No? Nobody?
5 meters, sir.
All right. Levy says what? 5. Mr. Levy, where you get the 5, boss?
Sir, it times 10, the 15 and 10.
The 15 and 10. All right. What? You know what you're talking about. All right. So what Lejeron is saying that all of this is what? It's 15, correct? And this little piece here is what? It's 10. So therefore this piece must be what? 5. Or you could have said what? This piece is what? 12. And this little piece here is what? It's 7. So 7 from 12 still gives you what? 5. I want 6 5s. 30. Very good. Moving along really, really fine. What is the sum of these 3 values, please? It look like, what is that? 96? That's 96, not true?
Yes.
So
Yes.
the cross-sectional area is 96. So we need to multiply this by the what? The height or the length, which is what? 3. What is 3 times 96?
288.
200 and hold on, something not adding up here. $36. Oh,
Sir,
guess what now? Yeah, the 30 or so.
Right.
It should be 3 times 15. So that the 30 is wrong. So it's 3 times 15. Now what's 3 times 15? 45. So sorry about that there. I actually look at the 10 and the 30, but I realize that it goes along that, not true. So what's the sum of 36, 30, and 45?
111.
Wait, what is that?
111.
100 and what? 11. All right, and we're not even, we don't need not even to work this out, don't you?
No, sir. B.
Come on. Our answer there is what? Is B.
B.
Boy, after do so much working out, it's a relief to know that they just give it a little part here. All right, let me see if I can squeeze. You guys want one more, or you want to call tonight?
One more, man, sir.
All right, all right. Let's do one more and call it a day or a night or an evening. All right. No, I'm not gonna skip that one. We did something like that already. All right, good, beautiful. Can somebody tell me the name of this shape? It starts with a T.
Trapezium.
Trapezium. All right, and the formula, ladies and gentlemen, remember, no formula, no give them that in an exam here. Oh, not remember all the formula. The area of a trapezium is a half multiplied by the sum of the parallel sides. So the parallel sides are what are, show me two parallel lines. Are those two parallel lines? No. Are these two parallel lines?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Or you'd say parallel sides. So what do you add the parallel sides? All right. And watch carefully now. You multiply by its perpendicular height. All right. And the perpendicular height is what? 4. All right. All right. Please, can you compute this without using a calculator? All right. So what's the answer?
A.
48?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then what did you do?
So, sir, add 9 plus 15, I got 24 and divided by 2, which I get 12. And then I multiply 12 by 4 and I got the 48.
Awesome. So that's what, 12? Let me ask a question. Suppose you say, suppose in the exam, half of 12 is a nice, easy peasy number, don't you? But suppose it was 1/3. Suppose it was this 1/3 times say 25 times say 12. How would you work this out in the exam? I do have a calculator. Because half of 24, I want easy 12, don't you? But suppose it's 1/3 of 25. What would you do? Ooh. There's an escape room for this. You guys have watched that movie yet? Escape Room?
No, sir.
Yeah, man, it's fascinating. Let me show you something. 1 times 2 times 3. And I have 1 times 2 times 3. Let me ask a question. If I multiply the first two numbers, right, what do I get?
2.
2. And 2, 3 is 6. What if I multiply the last two? Would I still get 6?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Here or no? Could I multiply 1 and 3? First, then times it by 2. Would I still get 6?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is what we call the associative what? Law.
Yeah.
All right. But so therefore, what is it? I could say 1/3 of what? 12. What's 1/3 of 12? What's 3 into 12? Isn't it 4?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it's what I'm doing. You could actually multiply two last numbers because it's easier to work out, not true? And then 4 times 25 is what? 100. Rather than do long division and get some decimal and times it by 12, you could multiply what? The last two numbers. So that's the point I was trying to make. All right. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I'll see you guys. Probably, I'm not sure. Probably I do another one. Probably Thursday. All right. So I'll see you guys. Take care.
Sir.
Come on. All right. No problem.